So let's talk about Hero of Agony for leveling through the story. I think with the right uniques, it becomes a pretty good experience. If you're playing Hero of Agony for the mapping or in-game, or if you're trying to level a meme build that may not be so good for going through the story, I think this is one way you could level your character up because the Hero of Agony doesn't really need too many points in the skill tree or any at all for damage. It just needs a bit of accuracy and levels, and with the right gear, you're able to do that. So in the background, you'll see some story act boss kills, and you'll see how the damage looks with the right equipment, along with the Hero of Agony skill. And after those kills, we'll discuss and go over the links and the uniques that I'm using for this build. Okay, let's go over the gear for Hero of Agony leveling. So obviously we need Hero of Agony, can't use that until level 16, and with this setup of gear, we will start using the skill as soon as possible at 16. So obviously we first need a Hero of Agony, then we need a level 2 in power, because we want to use that effect as soon as possible, and we need Pierce. These are the core 3 gems that are needed when you socket them into a Honourhome unique helmet, which gives plus 2 to level socketed gems. So if we put this in, it gets plus 2, and we put it in power, it becomes a level 4 in power, which gives another plus 3. So we get plus 5 levels to the Herald of Agony, so it goes from level 9 to 14. The Pierce is needed for clearing through the story. Yeah, that's about it for that. And the fourth color is irrelevant. It's just more damage in general. So if we get green, like in this helmet, we would put in vicious projectiles. And if we get red, we would put in damage at full life, because the Herald of Agony is invulnerable and always at 1 life. And if it's blue, we would either put in minion damage or Predator support. So the fourth color is very flexible on the helmet. It's just the two core colors are green and red, at least 2 green sockets and 1 red socket to use this helmet, and to have the Herald of Agony ready. We need a Quill Rain because we need to stack poison onto our targets to get our Herald of Agony to be at full power. We need at least 3 green sockets that are linked together to fully set it up. So Rain of Arrows, Val Rain of Arrows is additional if we want to get stacks faster. But we also need Lesser Poison, which we can equip early on. So initial setup before we can use poison is just Rain of Arrows and Lesser Poison. And then with poison we'll have a 100% poison chance, and that'll enable us to stack the poison more consistently and faster. An optional 4th link is Maim Support, and because of our Herald being at least partially physical damage, this will increase our single target damage when going through the story. So another 4 link is all we need, but it can be a 3 link instead. We need Hyri's Bite because we need the stats from it early on. So the build, depending on where you start from the tree, it can be very hungry on dexterity or intelligence, and this will help fix that, and it'll give us a little bit of life gain on hit. Next is the War Banner support, or Aura Gem. And we need this because the Herald of Agony does need or have accuracy issues, so this will increase our damage. And if we really wanted to, we could drop the banner for a bit of extra damage, I believe. And then another gem that is necessary is Convocation. And this will, if you're starting as a Marauder, you may have intelligence issues, but it is very much needed because we need to move or relocate the Herald of Agony to get inside of proximity shields or to help us focus onto a target. So Convocation is a very necessary gem when playing the build. Movement skills, we have Smoke Mine or Flame Dash. I just have both, but either one depending on your preference. Optional supports, because we are only running 2 auras, we can either put in Flesh and Stone or Vitality, but I believe with mana issues we will not have enough mana to fit all of the auras, so Vitality will bring us down, be quite low, and we will not be able to keep up with it in levels. Or we can use Flesh and Stone for more defense. The other uniques in the build are just for resistances or stats, so the hoops will give us both of those, resistances and attributes. Or if you want, you can use Thieves' Torment, which will give us resistances and more defense. And every other piece is just a level unique, just to help us get through the story a little bit faster. Like I said before, if you're playing Marauder or a meme build, the tree really doesn't use much damage. These are just nodes I picked up because they're on the way, but they aren't necessary when leveling. This current tree only has 5 damage nodes for the Herald of Agony, and even the anointment on my amulet is wasted because I have picked up that node on the tree as well. So the build is very easy to play. You just pick up all the defensive nodes, so even if you're playing a weak build going through the story, it won't matter as much because you're just able to pick up all the defensive nodes while the gear and the Herald of Agony does all the damage.